Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena and this is Sadie Baby. And on today's DIY project, we'll be hanging up this cork board for wall art along with that DIY shelf. Stay tuned. Before I get started, I wanted to give you all a before shot of the wall. As you can see, there is nothing on there and it definitely needs something to liven up the dining room space. And I think the cork board will be a good chance to display different artwork, and as well as the shelving unit, it will hold all my lovely plants here. They need a new home instead of the window pane. So again, before, stay tuned for after. Here are some of the things that I'll be using: a drill bits, some Phillips Quick Connect drill bits, as well as hammer, a leveler, stud finder, tape measurer, notepad and pen for all your measurements, some framing hardware, along with the L brackets to hang up your shelf, and if you're wanting to paint, some paint, and of course the shelf that will go on your L brackets, as well as the cork board you see right there. To first get started on this project, what I did was do all my calculations first to figure out the center of the wall. And then from there, I am using the tape as a guide because it matches the size of my cork board. And that's gonna be my guide to stay within boundaries to find a stud. And the furthest I can go out is to about here, and the same thing for this side. And over here I kind of messed up because something was up with my stud finder, and then I tried it maybe 3 times before the last attempt I finally found a stud. And now that I found the 2 points, I'm able to use the shelf itself to see if it's leveled. And then what I do is place it on top of the 2 screws and then see if it's leveled. And it's kind of off, but I'll just have to move the screw around a little bit. After all that hard work, I really want to invest in a laser leveler now, because that was just too much work. I didn't forget to cover up the holes that I made in the wall with good old spackling. Now I'm working on installing the framing hardware that you can see here, which is the hangers. And what I did was take down the masking tape that was on the wall and placed it onto the back of the cork board because I know this is my middle point, and I know that where I marked it is going to match the studs on the wall. I will be using the sander deglosser to remove any of the old finish that was possibly on the frame, and then I'm going to be painting it with a soft gray color here. And you've probably seen this sander deglosser in my first DIY video, which was the Trash to Treasure chair makeover, and I'll be sure to link that as well. So you could. Here's the cork board painted, and as that dries, we'll be continuing on to creating the shelving unit with the corner braces. And I have decided that I'm gonna place the shelving above the cork board, and I think the plants sitting on top at a heightened level will look super lovely. So we'll see how that goes. Real quick, I am going to spray the wood with some polyurethane protectant, and as that dries, we'll go back inside to work on installing the L brackets to the wall. I am back at the wall to install the L brackets, and what I'm going to use is the existing screw that I made for the cork board here to hold the L brackets as well. And I know that a stud is right underneath it to hold my second screw. And lastly, I'll finish installing the shelf onto the top part here. I've created 2 pilot holes right here that will match the top part of the brackets. And so when I lay it down, it will help me put in the last screws, which is right there. One more take of the before. After a few minutes of decorating and cleaning up the whole area, I am super excited to show you all the finished look that's right behind me. I have the cork board hung up and styled with some things that I like, and as well as the DIY shelf that I made on top that's holding all the plants. So on 3, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Here is the after, everyone. What do you think? I absolutely love it. Of course, Sadie right there makes it super cute. I'm loving how the light hits the table, hits the cork board, as well as the shelving area on top. Oh, what do you think? Leave a comment below. And here is a higher look and a perspective from the window area. You can see that the plants sit on a level shelf I have there. Looks good. And then the L bracket's right beneath it, and it's hanging with the same screw as the cork board. And the wall art that I have here are things that inspire me, and I printed out 6 of these pictures and just pinned it on the board with some nice gold giant tacks here. And I also wanted to incorporate the kiddos and Andy into this project, and when my time is here to take off the photos that I have, I want to incorporate their artwork onto the wall. Andy's really into garages and cars, Kato's into Fortnite, and Nathan's into fashion and shoes. It's like a real life Pinterest board. More after shots for y'all. Again, the after and final look. And there you have it, everyone. That is how I hung up my wall art cork board area along with DIY shelf that you see. I absolutely love it. And just to let you know, I didn't spend too much. I bought the wood and the L bracket hardware for maybe 12 bucks or so from Home Depot. And the cork board itself I got for free, and I just printed out some artwork myself and the plants I collected over time. So in the large scale of things, it probably is a lot, but I mean, you kind of just redesign and redecorate with what you have. Another tip too, I am going to definitely invest in a laser leveler. I just think for things like this, it will make it go by smooth and fast, because this probably took me 5 days on and off after work, just trying to get things right and being precise and whatnot. So until next time, I will have another DIY for you.